What's up, y'all? So in today's video we're going to be reviewing the first fragrance I ever purchased in Club de Nuit Intense Man. So this is supposed to be a dupe of Creed Aventus. I don't know if it actually is a good dupe, so I'm not going to be judging it off that. But either way, we'll kind of get into this. So starts out with a very citrusy opening in lemon, pineapple, bergamot, blackcurrant, and apple. Goes down to birch, jasmine, and rose, and then finishes off with musk, ambergris, patchouli, and vanilla. Now, I guess we'll actually start out with like the one bad thing about this fragrance, and that is that the opening is very synthetic. I always kind of compared it to like a very cheap window cleaner at first. So I had to like kind of let it sit for a while before I actually like kind of enjoyed it more. Synthetic smell definitely like is a little bit off-putting at first, but aside that, everything else about the fragrance is pretty good. So the base notes of musk, ambergris, patchouli, and vanilla are easily my favorite. Like, you know, since I do usually my wrist and neck, that's where I usually spray. Whenever like I'm smelling the wrist, just like, you know, see I'm smelling or whatever, it smells absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I can't really describe it because I'm not the greatest at like picking out the best words. It's a very masculine scent. I'll start with that. I guess it's a little bit woody and smoky in a way. I don't know if that's the best way to describe that, but it smells really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. And it's just great in my opinion. I love the smell of the dry down. Now, in the middle notes, birch, jasmine, and rose, although I probably do smell it, I can't really pick it out too well because I don't have the most sophisticated nose ever. So it's sometimes a little bit hard, and honestly, a lot of the times I'm not purposely wearing a fragrance to try to figure out, okay, that's the birch, that's the rose in this fragrance. No, usually I'm just wearing it because, you know, I want to smell nice. Maybe I should start seeing like if I can actually recognize the scents, but that's something for another time. So getting on to, was there anything else I wanted to say? No. Oh, that's right. The one thing I will say when it comes to the kind of the top notes to the middle notes, the transition is very noticeable. So after the citrusy start kind of dries down, it's very noticeable. So as I said, if you're smelling your wrist or whatever, or you're just, you know, checking on yourself, you will definitely notice, like if you initially spray, you get like that just really lemony, pineapple-y, and apple-y scent. You get hit with that, and then maybe like wait an hour-ish, a little more, little less, and you'll definitely notice. You'll be like, wow, that citrus isn't even there anymore. So getting on to the longevity. Longevity of this fragrance is pretty darn good. At least on my skin. I don't know if this is considered. I get around 10 to 12 good hours of longevity with this fragrance. So I'm outside filming this video, and for whatever reason I said that the projection was okay on Club de Nuit Intense Man. I don't know why I said that. The projection is phenomenal. I think I might have just been thinking about maybe one instance where somebody was close to me and smelled the fragrance. But outside of that, the projection on Club de Nuit Intense Man is fantastic. Like, I've noticed people can smell from pretty decently far away. Obviously, as it dries down, the projection isn't going to be as crazy, but initially, projection is absolutely absurd. I don't know why I was saying that. It was okay. Absolutely fantastic. So that's another added benefit to consider when buying this fragrance. But yeah, overall, longevity is great. And projection, it's pretty good. Now getting on to arguably one of the most, for some people, one of the most important things about this fragrance is that this pulls a crap ton of compliments. When I first smelled it, because of the synthetic opening, I thought that, you know, a lot of people were going to be like, oh, that kind of, you know, that smells interesting. But no, I've gotten a crazy amount of compliments with this fragrance, which, you know, that wasn't what I intended to buy the fragrance for, but I will say it is nice to get compliments based on what you're wearing. So, I mean, if you're looking for something good to just pull compliments, this is a fantastic option, especially at the price tag. So I can usually find it between $25 and $35 for the 3.6 ounce. I know they do make I think it's a 6.8 ounce. So as an overall rating, I'd say this is relatively pretty blind buy safe if you're looking to buy it. Recommend trying it first just to see if you can if you're okay with the start of it, because I know some people just do not like how it smells at the start. Like my younger brother, he's smelled it before, he thinks it smells terrible. So if you can, I'd try to see if you can smell it first, but if not, honestly, you should be fine. As I said, just kind of let it sit for a little bit, and then you should be good. This fragrance is really good for weather. Honestly, you can probably wear it year-round. May not be best for the dead of winter, but yeah, I mean, overall, definitely a fragrance I could recommend picking up. Worth a decent amount of the hype that it gets on TikTok. If you enjoyed this review, consider liking and subscribing. But that's, of course, if you want to. But either way, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.